Yo, so we got a ton of news on Fortnite Creative these last few days, especially about Creative 2.0, a possible release date, the Fortnite creator economy, and just a ton more. So make sure that you guys watch until the very end of this video so you don't miss any of this super important information. So we're going to start with Tim Sweeney's recent reply to a group of creators on Twitter. As you guys know, Tim Sweeney is the founder of Epic Games, so anytime he says something, it's really important, especially when that something has to do with Fortnite Creative. But Tim had tweeted, and he was taking a shot at the Apple and Android app stores, saying that it's not okay that these companies basically have the power to kill entire businesses with the press of a button. He also said that we shouldn't be judging other developers that are on those platforms for not biting the hand that controls whether or not that button gets pushed. Basically, saying that you can't be mad at the App Store devs for not fighting Apple and Google because that's a pretty good way to get your company just nuked and wiped off completely and getting nothing. So, some creators responded asking questions like, well, with how much creative is playing a role in Fortnite's content right now, why do creators only get 5% for making all of these experiences that Fortnite is highlighting? And he actually replied and said, Epic is working on the Fortnite creator economy version 2 and 3 already. Expect some big changes throughout the year. As you guys know, Fortnite's supporter creator program is currently the only allowed monetization possible with maps. So, the supporter creator program gives map makers a 5% cut of any purchases made in the item shop using your creator code. Now, when you look at other user-generated content platforms, that share is actually a pretty low percentage. For example, Roblox is 24.5% and Core is 50%. And both of these platforms allow the creator to actually monetize things in their game directly. Things like upgrades, perks, etc. Here, to give you an example, let's say you make the world's hardest 100 level death run. In other platforms, and possibly in the future with Creative, based on something I'll talk about later that Tim said, imagine that you were able to offer 5 level skips in your 100 level world's hardest death run for 150 V-Bucks. In these other platforms like Core, for example, where they have a 50% revenue split, you would basically be getting 75 V-Bucks out of that transaction. But with Fortnite's current system, you'd only be getting something like 7.5 V-Bucks. Now, that's a pretty massive difference. So these Fortnite creative map makers were asking Tim what he thinks about the 5% revenue share as it relates to his original tweet. And he actually replied and said, Epic is working on the Fortnite creator economy version 2 and 3 already. Expect some big changes throughout the year. Okay, so this is huge news. This means that they're not only working on the next overhaul of how maps are monetized, but they're also working on a version 3. So we don't have any other details as to what this could be, but seeing as there is a version 2 and 3 already in the works, my guess is that we can see version 2 coming in the very near future. Or at least sometime soon. We'll likely know more about this after the State of the Unreal event that's happening tomorrow, and I'll be sure to update you on that as info becomes available. Then today, iFireMonkey, a very credible leaker and data miner on Twitter, he posted this huge news about Creative 2.0, and he tweeted, ahead of the State of Unreal event, Epic Games has merged some files relating to Creative 2.0 into the main Unreal Engine 5 GitHub repo. He then replied to his tweet after and said, talking with G-Matrix Games, it appears that the changelog numbers provided would put Creative 2.0 in around the changelog area of v20.20 or v20.30. He again replied and said also, in the official email from Unreal Engine earlier today, they stated, we'll have a big Unreal Engine announcement alongside exciting game updates and thought-provoking tech talks. And the biggest news of all is that he left us with this. G-Matrix Games noticed that the changelog they merged onto is an early-ish version of v20.10. So that means we could have more information about Creative 2.0 coming in tomorrow's update. And that's actually nuts. As he said, it appears that 2.0 wouldn't release until 20.20 or 20.30, but with 20.10 and it being on the early stages, we'll be able to learn a lot more about it once tonight's update happens. Once data miners have enough time to get a glimpse of what's going on the inside. But this means we could have Creative 2.0 coming in like a month and a half or so. This is such amazing news, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated and in the loop as more information comes out. But if you're hyped for Creative 2.0, drop a like on this video and subscribe and ring the bell, because as soon as the update goes live tomorrow morning, I'll be up making an update video going over everything that we got in Creative. Now, keep in mind that tonight's update is v20.10, so we're probably just 2 or 3 updates away from the long-awaited Creative 2.0. The State of Unreal talk is also happening tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, so I'll be watching that and bringing you guys the highlights, but there's a lot of super exciting news surrounding Creative, and I really just can't wait to find out more. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff down in the comments, and if you made it this far in the video, comment Epic Sweeney in the comments so I know you're a real OG. If you want to support me, you can join the channel as a member for 99 cents a month and get a bunch of cool perks, but click the join button to find out more on that. And click here to watch this epic jumping through glass tutorial. And as always, stay up.